I got a call from CBS Records, and at that point, they knew who I was. And they said, well, we're doing this record of Willie Dixon, who was famous for writing blues songs for people. He was already famous for doing that. He wrote Wang Dang Doodle for Coco Taylor, and Willie Dixon was a producer at Chess Records. And they said, we want to do this kind of like an old-timey picture. You know, we want to have some, he's like been around for a long time. We want to, you know, do that. So just think about that. We want like a real formal picture, and we're going to have Virginia Team do the, oh, I was thrilled to have her do the designer, because she's a world famous designer. And I was like, oh, that's great. And went out the door, and there was a piano stool that somebody had thrown away, a little Victorian piano stool. And I just took it in, and I thought, well, that'll be fun to have him sit on it, because he's famous for his song 300 Pounds of Joy. He's a big rotund guy, and we'll put him on this little teeny little stool, and that'll take care of his ass. But what made the picture happen, and what the whole thing kind of falls together, is his wife got him on the phone, and he was asking me what he should dress like, and I said, well, just wear your Sunday best. But I didn't realize that he was a Seventh-day Sunday Adventist, and that they have these outfits that they wear to church. And he thought that he should dress as a Seventh-day Adventist, which meant a black suit, a black narrow tie, pork pie hat, black shoes, white socks. That's important, I don't know why. And so he came in this regalia, which I didn't understand at the time either. It just looked like some black guy in a black suit. I mean, so far it didn't mean a motherfucking thing to me. I mean, he was just, oh, okay, he's here. And I knew him, and I was used to seeing him like in a polo shirt or something. You know, he was done up, and fine. I sat him down, I did the picture. And in the picture, he's, I don't know if we can see what he's doing here. This is a typical trick of mine. What he's doing, you can't just have people sit there and do nothing. I mean, they'll look like me. So he started telling me about this famous picture of him on a camel in Egypt. It's a famous picture. He's going, yeah, and then I got on that camel, and I bought, you know, so he's doing all this. He's in his own little world, telling me about this thing, and I'm just clicking off the pictures. And so when we get done, I realized, well, there's another picture we'll talk about later, but he left, and then at the time, I had a studio right down the street. The guys who started the Blues Brothers, John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd, they used to come there to buy their pot from the guy on the first floor. And they came, and they saw me taking this picture. And they knew who I was, sort of. And they sort of knew who he was. And they saw him in the Seventh-day Adventist. And that's where they got that idea that that's how a blues man should dress. They're smoking dope and watching me take this picture and going, oh yeah, that's Peter. He takes pictures of blues people. And that's how a blues man dressed. So they made that whole blues man, the Blues Brothers, then they decided to dress like that, which they did, and made it world famous. But it's all based on something very silly.